Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
How you going, guys? How you going out to lunch? Alex. Who else we got? Paul. How you going from Bribey Island? FU, how you going? Good to see ya. Deb, how you going? I like your name, FU. I really like that. George, how you going? Paul, how you going? Who else we got? Is that it? Yep, that's it. Okay, excellent. Okay, let's go. We got some news. Oh, before I do, I hope Tim Air comes in because I need to ask Tim Air a question. How do you tell a dementia patient that they're not having a heart attack, that they have indigestion, when they insist that they're having a heart attack? I honestly don't know. And I need to know. Oh, dear me. I need to know how you deal with that one. Okay. Anyway, okay. I had something else to say. I can't remember. I'll figure it out. Anyway, we're going to get into some news because there's a lot going on. World War III, anyone? Okay. President Biden said it was great to meet with Prime Minister Trudeau of Canada and Prime Minister Meloni of Italy today at the G20. We will continue to strengthen our alliances to make the world a better, safer place. Get a grip, you warmongering hypocrite. Biden, seriously? He's trying to start war right now. Well, I don't really think it's him. Okay, we got a couple from the Tate brothers. Tristan Tate said we're all relying on Russia to save the world. The Slava Ukraine crowd simply do not understand the consequences of them cheering on is a nuclear apocalypse. For decades, the nuclear deterrent has kept the superpowers at peace. One gay midget in Ukraine with no nukes of his own could end that. He's launching missiles as we speak. Ever had a weak friend who can't start a group of bigger guys and get you in trouble? That's what's happening. On behalf of everybody who loves Earth, please be prudent, my Russian friends. A lot of the world agrees, I think. From what I was reading yesterday from the USA, Canada, UK, Australia, our politicians are crazy, okay? Please have mercy. DC Drano said, crazy how MAGA won a massive landslide victory across all branches of government, and our biggest obstacle thus far are Republican senators themselves. These sellouts deserve everything coming their way. They do. Rhinos. Republican in name only. Peter Sweden, the French at the moment are dumping garbage outside government buildings in protest. The farmers' protests are back in Sweden. No, French farmers. The mainstream won't show you this. Look, they're actually dumping it over the fence. What a great idea. Any manure in that? I'm sure there would be. Tony Saruga said Biden allows Ukraine to strike Russia with long-range US missiles. Fact, Joe Biden wasn't part of any decision. Barack Obama, Valerie Jarrett, Susan Rice, Samantha Power, Victoria Newland, I bet you thought she'd retired, Anthony Blinken, Jake Sullivan, General Charles Q. Brown Jr., USAF, and also present are C-suite executives from BlackRock, Blackstone, State Street, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Raytheon, General Dynamics, Northrop Grumman, BAE, United Technologies, L3 Communications, all having an emergency post-election meeting at the Obama's War Room, down the street from the White House, 2446 Belmont Road, NW, Washington, DC, 20008. Lockheed Martin and BlackRock were definitely the alphas in the room. Two unidentified gentlemen calling in from Switzerland were keeping the meeting on task. Switzerland. That wouldn't be where the head of all this shit lives, would it? New York Times, Biden allows Ukraine to strike Russia with long-range US missiles. And whose house is this? I want to know, whose house is that? Doesn't say. Okay. Nice house, by the way. But anyway, okay. Here we have our Prime Minister, MGM, says, who's your daddy, handsome boy? And that's Xi Jinping with little elbow on his shoulders. Because that's what it looks like right now. Kiss, kiss. And anything else that goes along with that, I don't want to say anymore. The Yorkshire lass said farmers left food at the cenotaph for the food banks earlier today. Folk on social media saying that farmers donated food to many people to help and support them. The farmers are doing more for this country than the fraudulent, corrupt Labor government. There you go. They've left milk, cream, all sorts of wheat biscuits, all sorts of things by the look of it. What else is there? Canned goods, lots of fresh food. There you go. The farmers are doing more than the government is. Well, that's what look, this is what it's supposed to show us all, that us, the public, can do better than any government agency in helping our fellow human beings when they're in trouble. And it's true. Dr. C said, I can assure you that going to higher education, even doctorate level, does not make you intelligent. My doctorate class started out with 159 people. After the first year, it was down to 85. By the time we graduated, it was 52. 2 people vied for valedictorian, making a 4.0 each and doing really well on their national boards, scoring in the 700s out of 800. Both of these people are terrible doctors because real life didn't match with what was in school. Being book smart and test smart doesn't mean shit. if you have zero critical thinking skills, no common sense, and no practicality. And it's true. I have met many uni degree holders that have zero common sense. Oh, hang on a sec. Look, I'm missing from here. What's going on here? Hello. There I am. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Okay? If you don't have the rest of it to go along, you know, the critical thinking skills, common sense and practicality, then no idea. No idea. And that's what half of these pen pusher health ministers are, right? They come out of these university degrees and they don't have the common sense, the critical thinking to be a doctor themselves. They go straight into government agencies and start dictating to the rest of us. Kobe Thatcher said, if you think Donald Trump is popular now, wait until the end of his term when he gets things done and leads America back to greatness. It'll be an historic presidency. An historic or ahistoric? I think it's ahistoric because an only goes before A-E-I-O-U. Okay, anyway, a historic presidency we're about to see in the US, and I'm jealous, and I've got my USA shirt on. Can you see that? Oh, hang on. The microphone's in the way. Anyway. Cat Turd said, be honest, how many of you have tried the Trump dance in private? Are you ready? Oh, hang on. Let me try. Oh, where's my keyboard gone? Over here. Because I've got the cats in the room. Okay. I'm going to do it. I know I'm going to get in trouble. Videos. Let's just block that, okay? Let's get the camera going. Okay, ready? Can I watch it? Watch on YouTube. I just want the music in the background. You ready to do the Trump dance? Come on. Hopefully you can hear it. I don't know if you can't hear that, can you? Ready? Do the Trump dance. Everyone's doing the Trump dance. Just pretend there's music in the background, okay? Hang on. There's no need to feel down, I said, young man. Pick yourself off the ground, I said, man. Because you're in a new town. I know you can't hear that, but I'm actually doing it to the music. Oh my God, I forgot the words to it, so I can't even sing it. There you go. Okay. Anyway, everyone's doing the Trump dance. Be honest, how many of you tried that Trump dance in private? Well, I've done it in public many times, okay? Not in private, in public. I have a cat that wants out. Hang on a sec, guys. You could hear it? Cool. Okay. Now, Andrew Tate has said, please, Russia, please don't nuke us. I just got free. Hold tight, my G, Putin. Hypersonics can wreck them and hold out for Trump. So everyone's going, hang on a minute, hang on a minute, hang on a minute. Just wait, please. Just don't, not yet. Although, is that scare event? I think so. Australian Patriot said, can anyone confirm if this is true? Albo's insane, Indian migrant agreement. So this is what I was talking about yesterday. No caps on 5-year student visas. No caps on 8 years temporary working visas. No caps on 3-month visitor visas. Recognising Indian degrees and work experience as comparable to Australia's. Oh my God, we're going downhill. Oh dear God. 3,000 high-skilled immigrants and family can stay for 2 years. Holy shit, we're in trouble here in Australia. Oh, this is painful to watch. Senator Matt Canavan said to bring back Australia's wealth, we must bring back cheap energy. Energy prices impact the price of everything. Don't miss Chris Ullman's documentary. Oh, there was a documentary on Sky News Australia, which is on YouTube. I don't know if the documentary is, about how net zero is making a complete mess of our energy system. And I could have told you that. Easy. Net zero is making a complete mess of everything. But they will explain it to you if you go and watch Sky News Australia's documentary, I'm sure. Jim Cross said this is one of the most disturbing images I've ever seen as an Australian. Oh, dear God. Albanese's holding hands with Xi Jinping and Starmer. Who else have we got in here? I don't even know who these people are. Probably other people in... I don't know. I really don't. I've still got a slight headache, guys, by the way. Yeah, my life is just one big headache. Oh, no. The opinionated black woman auntie said Jeremy Clarkson being interviewed by the BBC at the farmers' protest. True to form, the BBC attempts a gotcha moment. Now, what are they saying? Because remember, Jeremy Clarkson, also on TV, on Top Gear, has discussed weather manipulation. He has. If anyone's interested, go and search up Jeremy Clarkson, NASA makes rain. Jeremy Clarkson was talking to a lady, him and the other two guys of Top Gear, were talking to a lady who had her wedding in China and it was cloudy, so they made it sunny, okay, with these machines. Okay? Anyway, she said it, I didn't. Here we go. Well, let's have a listen.
So why are you here, Mr. Clarkson?
Well, because I'm here to support farmers.
Right. Are you angry?
It's difficult to be angry on somebody else's behalf. That's like being... Yes, no, I'm not angry on someone else's behalf.
Right. So it's not about you. It's not about your farm and the fact that you bought a farm to avoid inheritance tax.
Classic BBC there. Classic.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. It's not the fact that I bought a farm to avoid inheritance tax. The fact.
You told the Sunday Times in 2021 that's why you bought it.
These people.
Sorry?
BBC. Okay, let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
I wanted a shoot. Okay? That's even worse to the BBC. I wanted a shoot, which comes with the benefit of not having to pay inheritance tax. Now I do. But people like me will simply put it in a trust. And so long as I live for 7 years, that's fine. And as my daughter said, you will live for 7 years. You might be in a deep freeze at the end of it, but you will live for 7 years. But it's incredibly time-consuming to have to do that. And why should all these people have to do that? Why should they?
So one of the reasons Rachel Reeves says she brought this in is to stop wealthy people using it as a way.
No, that was the only reason she did.
Well, no, the other reason was to raise money for public services. Well, have you seen...
Are you listening to this?
Have you tried to get a GP appointment lately?
Yes,
Right.
I just recently had a heart attack.
Okay, so you know it's tough.
Yes.
So where should...
That's because of the immigration, you moron. Throwing more money at a problem never helps it. They just pocket it anyway.
they get the money from if it's not from farmers?
From farmers. You hear that, everyone?
With
BBC
assets.
thinks you should be paying for everything.
Mr. Clarkson,
Okay, do you
it's
know
not the
how many
BBC
people
scheme.
pay inheritance tax in this country?
It's 4% of estates.
What?
4% of estates.
4% pay inheritance tax. 96% of the population of the UK does not pay inheritance tax. After this becomes law, 96% of farmers will.
Where have you got that figure from?
Who here, can I just ask, who here is going to be unaffected by these changes? No one.
Right. Where have you got
I
the
know.
96% figure
Well,
from?
you've got 96%. Well, the same place that Rachel Reeves does, from the middle of her head.
Right.
From the Sixth Form Debating Society that she was no doubt a member of.
Okay.
Which
So-
formed her opinions and yours.
I am not expressing opinions.
Yes.
I'm literally asking you questions. You know that, Mr. Clarkson.
Right.
So, what is your message to this government?
please back down, please.
And get the money from where?
Well, they've got 40 billion. I'll tell you where you get the... Walk into any of the offices around here. If you don't understand what somebody's job is, fire them.
And how
The civil service... Civil service is too top, you know that. I must get on.
Not only that, the migrants as well that are coming in that take up those, like waiting for a hospital bed and stuff like that. It happens here. You go to any hospital and you see all the immigrants sitting there. They don't know. I don't know if they know to go to a doctor first, but they all end up in the hospital with the flu. Valerie said, sounds so much like get the jab to protect granny, but now it's get digital ID to protect under 16s. We see you, Albo MP. We see the BS. We see your political doublespeak. That's why you'll be a one-term Labor failure. Okay, let's have a listen. Well, this is going to be loud. Hang on. Had to turn it up for Jeremy Clarkson because you could barely hear him, so I've turned it down. How are we going to go?
What's the real costs of a social media ban for children? Well, firstly, it's not clear to me how an age-specific ban could actually be enforced short of requiring all Australians to prove their identity and therefore their age before actually using their social media accounts. And how would it be done? Well, really, the only reliable methods that are likely to work are those which require social media accounts to be linked to either a government-certified ID, digital ID, or biometric data. Now, immediately, we've gone from talking about a law protecting children under 16 from online harm to proposals potentially requiring all Australians to submit personal identification as a condition of using social media. This is how concerns over safety, in this case children's safety, convince people to hand over their freedom, to hand over their personal information. And of course, this has nothing to do with the fact that a generation of young people are starting to unpick the lies of the corporate media online, does it? That's got nothing to do with that? Well, of course it does. What a great way to ensure that young people only get a left-wing government message approved to them via their devices. Frankly, the words ban and media should never exist in a sentence together, and parents should always be in charge of what their children watch and watch online as well.
Exactly. That's
What's
one
the
of
real
our
costs of a social media ban?
one of our politicians. Aussie17 said, Dear woke Hollywood celebrities, this is Australia. Please reconsider your migration destination. Can we suggest Ukraine? Thanks. Yep. You'll just get hailed onto here. It'll probably knock you out, right? Not to mention the snakes, the spiders, the goannas, the crocodiles, meat-eating birds, the kookaburras, what else have we got? The kangaroos that'll fight you. Yeah. Don't come here, please. Please, lefty celebrities, do not come to Australia. We do not want you here. Australians versus the agenda. So Senator David Van has had a change of heart and will now be voting no for the misinformation bill. We've got two bills going on, I believe, at the moment. The under 16 digital ID bill and the misinformation bill, which is different, okay? They pretty much culminate into helping each other, I think. The bill has been killed. Well, it better be. Mark PG said Albanese is siding with communist China over the USA. As Ray Hadley stated, he's the worst PM in the history of Australia. Not only that, he's the most dangerous. He must be stopped. Oh, God help us, honestly. All of us. Don't forget, there's that event that's necessary, and I think this is it. I think we're there. Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene said, for my Republican colleagues in the House and Senate, if we're going to release ethic reports and rip apart our own that Trump has appointed, then put it all out there for the American people to see. Yes, all the ethics reports and claims, including the one I filed. All your sexual harassment and assault claims that were secretly settled paying off victims with taxpayer money. The entire Jeffrey Epstein files, tapes, recordings, witness interviews, But not just those, there's more. Epstein isn't the only asset. If we're going to dance, let's all dance in the sunlight. I'll make sure we do. Yeah, Americans deserve to see it all. Full transparency. So do we here in Australia and Canada and the UK. Things are being found out that are just absolutely insane. MJ Truth Ultra said kaboom. Trump just announced that Howard Lutnick will be Commerce Secretary. Do you have any idea how big that is? Lutnick speaks about eliminating income tax and funding the government solely on tariffs, just like Trump's been hinting at. Read the below thread. Yep, get rid of income tax with tariffs. Why not? I knew it. I told you it's coming. Trump talks about the tremendous wealth that President William McKinley created with tariffs, contacts the Tariff Act of 1887 before President McKinley was assassinated. We, the US, had a big problem of so much money coming in from foreign nations we didn't know what to do with it. They set up a committee to find out how to distribute the wealth we had. Roosevelt went on building bridges, dams, added national parks. What has Trump been talking a lot about lately? Tariffs. No coincidence, it's coming. How can anyone vote against it? I believe that it's coming. We were told, pretty much, that it's coming. No income tax. Lauren said, this piece of shit needs to fuck off. She certainly isn't cutting back on any meals. Osha Feldman said Green Senator Maureen Faruqi is pushing to change Australians' eating habits in the name of climate change, and she can go and F herself.
In conclusion, we simply have to develop new laws to ban fossil fuels and use more renewable sources of energy, as well as change our eating habits if we are to ensure a safe and sustainable environment for future generations.
I don't think she's controlling her eating habits either, mate. I mean, I'm having trouble with mine, right? But I'm sure she's not controlling hers either. Oh, dear. Now I'm trying to control my exercising habits. I haven't exercised for about 3 weeks now. And immediately when I stop, I start going. Okay. The British Patriot said the left-wing propagandists will tell you no one showed up to support our farmers. This is London right now. This was 9 hours ago. The support we've seen for our farmers is amazing. Without farmers, we don't have food. Hello. It doesn't just appear on the supermarket shelves by itself. People grow it. And it's not even that profitable. So there we go. Cag Drogo said, what a curious thing to post. Bricks said Russian President Putin and US President Donald Trump in 2018 holding talks at the Helsinki summit. Do you remember this? What do you notice? Remember the ball? Remember that? People have been speculating that it is a lot of information. So there you go. And he gave it to his son. There you go. Visigrads 24 said breaking, another submarine telecom cable's been cut in the Baltic Sea. This time it's a cable between Sweden and Lithuania. What's the deep state of doing that? Yesterday the news broke that a cable between Finland and Germany had been cut. Oh, so too. Okay, in the last 2 days. They're cutting all ties. This is why you've got to become energy independent, so no one else can come in and cut your lines. Breaking 911 said just in, former Maryland school teacher Melissa Curtis, 32, has been sentenced to 30 years in prison, suspending all but 12 months and 5 years of supervised probation after she was convicted of having relations with a 14-year-old boy more than 20 times when he was in the 8th grade. I'm sick of these people. Sorry, but I don't think 30 years is enough. I don't think you can rehabilitate this stuff. I really don't. And so I'm pretty sure you know what I think. Capital punishment. Dean Phillips said, why wouldn't we allow our fellow citizens the right to demand to the damn toilet of the gender of... Oh, yeah, this idiot. Dean Phillips, I don't know who Dean Phillips is, but beware of this person. Why wouldn't we allow our fellow citizens the right to use the damn toilet of the gender by which they live their lives? You may not like it, I get it, but it's still common sense and banning it seems un-American. So come on, patriots, let's be cool with one another. No. And the comments show that. Are you this disconnected from the American people? This is a losing subject. We do not support this. Nurse Ratchet 2.0 said because women have safe spaces in bathrooms and locker rooms for a reason. Who are you to expect a woman to give up safety for some mentally ill man's feelings? Do you realise that 95% of trans-identifying men are fully intact and around 50% of them are heterosexual? Keep them out of women's bathrooms because they can use that as an excuse to get in there to try things, right? Come on, ladies, let the men leer at you while you're dressing. Get over your silly fears of violence and being attacked by people who pretend to be a woman to get into your space. You, sir, are the worst kind of man crawling the earth, the kind that pressures women into feeling uncomfortable rather than instinctively protecting them. Women exist, said men are not women. Women and girls are fully embodied female human beings who exist in material reality discrete of all male people. Women and girls require and desire spaces and sports free of male people. So whoever this person, Dean Phillips, is, they're not a patriot, even though they say, so come on, patriots. No. In fact, no. Okay. James Wood said win-win. The General said breaking. CDC employees are reportedly preparing to submit their resignation letters in large numbers following the announcement that RFK Jr. will head the Department of Health and Human Services. They're already running. The rats are leaving the sinking ship, guys. I don't know how to say this, but carp donktum? Dear Democrats, starting a nuclear war with Russia will not overturn the results of the 2024 election. Please stop trying to blow up the world to rule over the ashes. Thanks, the world. I totally agree with that, okay, because that's what it seems to be happening. If we can't have it, no one can. So they'll make sure everyone goes to war. Alex Jones is calling out the alert. World War III, Republican leaders call for Biden's immediate removal under the 25th Amendment in response to his insane bombing of Russia. This is an unconstitutional act of war. Now, you can watch the live stream. It is on, I don't know, where is it? InfoWars and on X, and I'll retweet it. There you go. Laura Loomer said breaking. Judge Merchant, the crooked judge overseeing President Trump's hush money trial in New York City, just adjourned President Trump's November 26 sentencing date. Bye-bye court case. Well, the other one's gone already, hasn't it? Which one's which? Is this the Jack Smith one or the what's the name? Why do I keep thinking Letitia James? Is that it? Matt Wallace said, I just received word Russia may be about to fire the first nuclear weapon of World War III. Okay, that's one way to get notifications turned on by people. That was from October 2022. Anyway, apparently you can you can use stock photos when you're trying to put a point across, but I do believe this is probably farming for clicks, people. It might still be right, but that's what it seems to be doing. Malcolm Roberts said, right now, the misinformation, disinformation bill is tied. Means it will be defeated. Okay, so and that other person crossing over to, where are they? To vote for it. Back up here somewhere. Wasn't that one? Yes, that one. Senator, this was 17 hours ago, and the other one was 18 hours ago, so it looks like the mis and disinformation bill will not go ahead. But I'm just going to keep an eye on it anyway, because you never know, they might try and sneak it in. Okay. Matt Wallace said, breaking, rumours are circulating. The NFL is considering banning the Trump dance after players started using it like crazy. Let's go. That's nuts. God love him. And all the people doing the dance. Because look, they're all doing it. Stephen said a grand total of 8 morons turned up to ruin kids' fun. They all look like your typical private school white Bachelor of the Arts girl and one better guy who is desperate for some sex. Press if you've had enough of this. You look stupid staring at windows when kids are being murdered. Morons for Palestine. Are they really? Oh, these are the Palestinian protesters that were going to break all the windows, were they, in Maya's Christmas display? God, these people are dumb. American as fuck. Said Liberals are now chugging seed oils to protest RFK Jr. Do you think we might see some people dying shortly? These people are going to take themselves out of existence. Is he going to do another one? I dare him to drink the whole bottle. It's a satire, is it? Okay, well, Liberals, there's a good idea for you. You can protest too by drinking seed oils. I didn't realise that was satire. There you go. Always good to see something funny, though. Angry Aussie loves Australia said, how does Albo MP and Australia Labor think it's impressed voters kissing China's ass after destroying our wine, beef and crayfish industry and alienating America? Absolute morons. If there's a war, I don't think China's going to protect us, do you? Lauren said it's quite simple, really. Get the F out of our countries and go back to a Muslim one. Oh, hang on. I just had an idea. I thought about the last post. Okay, before I read this one, right, let me go back. Can Trump get rid of him if he's working with China against the American country? Because America has a lot of interest, like Pine Gap in Australia, right? So, could he be committing treason against the United States? Or like a double agent pretending to be an ally when not really? I don't know. Just a thought. Hopefully, get him out quicker than May next year, for God's sake. Lauren said it's quite simple, really. Get the fuck out of our countries and go back to a Muslim one. Lisa Rosen said, watch, Muslim men are fed up with life in the UK due to the offensive Islamophobic behaviour of British people who violate Sharia laws on a daily basis. They say Afghanistan is a better place to live under Taliban rule. What is your response? Get the fuck out and go the fuck home. That's my response. See you, mate. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Or maybe you should. Make sure you don't come back. If it's better over there, go live there. No one's stopping them. I'd be quite happy for that. Senator Babette said Australians will soon be put in prison for words that the authoritarian left deemed to be offensive. And that was on November the 18th, but the mis and disinformation bill looks like it has not passed. So unless they do something sneaky, okay, hopefully we've avoided that. Senator Gerard Rennick said US President-elect Donald Trump said he's thrilled to nominate a well-known vaccine skeptic to run America's federal health agency in his latest wave of cabinet appointments. But health experts have already criticised Trump's pick, calling Kennedy completely unqualified for the job. While I don't agree with everything RFK Jr. has said, the argument is that he's not qualified for the job is hypocritical and misses the point. The last two health ministers in Australia did not have any experience in health before taking on the role, neither did the American one, apparently. The current Secretary of Health, Blair Comley, here in Australia, is an economist, career bureaucrat, and former climate change shill. Highly credentialed public health experts gave us the COVID debacle. Highly credentialed medical experts have given us an expensive sick care system that is not delivering better health for the public. Corporate capture is rampant. We need to embrace reform or watch public trust in government fall further. Everything is alleged here until proven in a court of law, by the way, for YouTube. What we need is a clean, out of corrupt rent seekers, not just in health, but in other departments as well. We need a DOGE. We really do. Department of Government Efficiency. Can I volunteer? Can I volunteer? I don't even want to be paid and I'll go in there and help. Jeez Louise. Elon Musk said enough is enough. America, a man with 8 previous arrests in New York City alone, went on an unprovoked stabbing spree that left 2 men dead and a woman in critical condition. The justice system is failing to protect the people. Americans deserve safe cities. Yeah, they've got to start holding people accountable. Because you should see here in Australia what they've done as well in relation to that type of thing, okay? Monica Schmidt, Reignite Democracy Australia, said politicians were greeted to this yesterday and this morning outside Canberra Airport. Brilliant idea regarding location. I've been to the Canberra Airport and I know how impactful this would be, walking out of the gates, because there's huge windows looking straight at it. And it says, say free speech, stop the misinformation bill. Peter Sweden said a former British soldier has been sent to 2 years in prison for Facebook posts, which I read yesterday. Meanwhile, a teacher who shared various videos of newborn babies getting attacked got 180 hours unpaid work and 30 therapy sessions. Britain is lost. That person, that judge, they need to be taken off, removed from the bar. The bar is corrupt anyway, I believe. Oh, it's just my opinion. There's no fact to that, okay? Shadow of Ezra said Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer, Alan Dershowitz, faces intense backlash as crowds bombard him with questions about his and his wife's visit to Epstein Island. The crowd then began to chant, "Pedo." He threatened to sue the people who were protesting. People have a right to protest. Okay? Concerned citizens said, I think we didn't go to the moon. Michelle Obama has a dick and there are direct energy weapons in Antarctica. Joe Rogan dropping truth bombs on stage. And I believe I've read that one before and played it. Anti-WEF said, for everyone's surprise that Australia is pushing a universal age verification for social media access, a disguised push for universal digital ID, their e-safety commissar is a WEF. See also Australia's push for vax passports, lockdown and a cashless society. There you go. World Economic Forum, Julie Inman Grant, who also has a beef with Elon Musk and would love to take down X. I think she likes him secretly. Catherine said, this is awesome. Oh, you got to listen to this. It's funny as. Okay, now someone's done this, okay? I'm going to keep it small because keeping it small, I don't know if I get... No, I probably do get copyrighted just as much anyway. Okay, let's just make it big. Are you ready for this one? Because it's funny as.
Usually, the mentally retarded are divided into classifications: the educable, the trainable, and the custodial. Obviously, we can only assess the abilities or potential of the mentally retarded on an individual basis. Seemingly random motions and movements are fairly common among the custodial retarded, and they may take many forms. Sometimes there are motions which seem to have no meaning whatever and may even cause unintentional self-inflicted injuries. The vast majority of the mentally retarded are intelligent enough that they can be taught a great many things. However, there's a wide range of ability even among those considered educable, and their ability to learn obviously varies according to their level of intelligence. Equally important is a stimulating environment. However, we must remember to set realistic standards that are not too high for the individual. Many of the trainable retarded can learn to take certain kinds of household responsibilities, some of which may be more complex than they are usually given credit for. It would be wrong to expect a mentally retarded person to become a master craftsman. The standards are too high. But even in the skilled trades, for example, the mentally retarded can be trained to become valuable assistants. Who are the mentally retarded? They are people. They come in both sexes and in all sizes, shapes, creeds, and colors. Wherever people live, there also live the mentally retarded.
Oh my God, the Dilly meme team. Apparently that's who made it. I was laughing so much it was a quiet laugh. Okay, that was funny as. MJ Truth Ultra said this is one of the reasons they're panicking about Matt Gaetz being picked as Attorney General. He caught the FBI on record admitting they don't know where Hunter Biden's laptop was, and then he submitted it to congressional record. We have your texts, we have your emails, we have the payments from Burisma, we have your travel records, we even know the Chinese communists who own you. Matt Gaetz' AG equals they fooked. There you go. And this is the Congress I was talking about yesterday. If you listen to Matt Gaetz talk in Congress like this, he is a weapon. He is a weapon, mate. He really is. Gaetz also knows about the Appropriations and Ethics Committee, says Francesca V. Wow. Yeah, he's a weapon. Seriously. So there you go. There's that one. Jack the Aussie said, "Good morning, Aussies. If you've ever had your ass slapped with one of these, then you're probably not a they them." Yes, numerous. I've copped the belt. I've copped the hand. I've probably copped the ruler and the fly swatter. Mum didn't wear thongs, so I didn't cop one of them. No, I don't think she broke a wooden spoon on me. I've heard of other people's mums breaking the wooden spoon on their ass. Oh dear. Okay. Polly Bard said, "Why is this Destiny idiot even famous?" And he is. He's a paid leftist. He's just an extremist loser. Well, he's got questionable things going on. He's been accused. I've got to try and say this right, okay? He's been accused of trying to groom children. I don't know, pedo stuff, right? He let his missus bang other guys, okay? I believe on camera and in front of him. He has also said he likes cleaning up after it with his mouth. Other guys being in the... I can't, right? And his missus ended up leaving him for a simp. Okay, so this guy, and I think he's on something. I look at his jaw and it goes sideways a lot, right? I think he's had too much, I don't know what you call it. Is it speed? To tablets, you know, the tablets that they use for ADHD or whatever now. Amphetamines, that's what, you know, I don't know if that's what it is. But Ian Miles Chong said Destiny calls for Trump supporters to be shot and killed and says that anyone who disagrees with his politics can and should be censored, deplatformed, and prevented from ever having a voice. Okay, now this guy is absolutely insane, okay? There's something wrong. Maybe he's been groomed since a child. I don't know. Something's gone on here because this guy's not normal.
Conservatives have been disgusting for years, which is why I don't give a fuck about anybody that winds up at any of these rallies and gets shot or whatever the fuck, okay? Because they had no problem making fun of Paul Pelosi. The entire world would be better off if these people were permanently removed from these platforms. Like, there is no downside and only upside to see people like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Tim Pool never be allowed to publicly broadcast their opinions ever again. It's exclusively bad stuff that happens. Conservatives have been disgusting for years, which is why I don't give a fuck about anybody.
No, mate, you're projecting. Okay? And he thinks that talking fast and louder than everyone else and over everyone else proves that he's right. It does not. And his little followers go, oh, Destiny owned them. And no, he didn't. If you're actually paying attention, he speaks word salad and he didn't own anyone. Just the fact that he talked louder over the top of everybody and really quickly does not make him right. Okay? Well done. Kobe Thatcher said China wants developed countries to pay US $1.3 trillion a year to developing nations for climate change. Australia's doing that, dickheads. Lucky for the US, Trump won't fall for this scam. Unfortunately for Australia, Al Bowen will. Yeah. See? Oh, can someone in America adopt me? Peter Sweden said this is not a coincidence that the socialists are now attacking the farmers. Stalin seized the farmers' land and called them enemies of the people. Now they're going after the farmers, calling them enemies of the climate. They want to control the food supply, which means they can put whatever they want in the food and feed it to you and you've got no say in it. You know, the very thing that RFK Jr. is trying to clean up, yeah, they want to go even more. They need the customers for life, mate, for the medical, you know, for that. Fletch17 said, do they know how smart Trump and Elon are? I mean, do they really know? I don't think so. Boom, checkmate. Remember Trump's post? Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. If the US Senate prevents Matt Gaetz from being Attorney General, then we will bring Gaetz into the Department of Government Efficiency. We will give him the task of auditing the FEC reports of the US senators who opposed him. Checkmate. Oh, this is getting good. Some of it's good and some of it's like here in Australia it's just bad. Rosita Diaz said Albo spends $5 billion on 26,000 new public servants to help keep him in office. Spin doctors. Okay, that's what he wants. He spent $5 billion on 26,000. He needs that many. They're going to have a hard job. They're not going to win. Oh my goodness. David Pilates said, is there a country on this planet more in debt than us at $36 trillion? What in the heck is Biden doing? This money's lining someone's pocket. He just asked for another boatload of cash for FEMA. What's he doing giving this money away? It's like I'm living in a gonzo world. Nothing makes sense. And I get it, David Pilates, yep. I don't know how long he's been awake, but I've noticed in the last 4 years he's awakened more and more. Wyatt said our society is so dumbed down and indoctrinated that anyone who's a critical thinker is perceived as a conspiracy theorist or a cooker here in Australia. Proud to be one. Don't have a problem. Call me whatever you like. I'm all right with that. Craig Kelly, I got called to pick me. Did you know that? I commented on a whatever podcast, right? And some person got in going, pick me. And I'm like, I'm a grandmother. I don't want to be picked. You know, I don't care. I've got my grandkids. I'm fine. You know, seriously, if it all goes to hell, I'm fine. But anyway, it's not an insult to be called a pick me. If you're married, you're pretty much a pick me. because they're the ones that get picked, you know. In fact, maybe I'm not a pick-me because no one's picked me. Oh, my God. Anywho, let's not worry about that. I just found that very funny. Craig Kelly said, just to help people understand, if Labor don't have the numbers, it's highly unlikely they'll bring the mad bill forward to be voted in the Senate. Labor don't want the embarrassment of losing a vote on the floor of the Parliament. However, everyone said that they'd voted no, could pass a special motion to bring on the vote, but that's unlikely. There's no official vote in the Senate that's likely to occur on the mad bill. However, an unofficial vote has already occurred. 39 senators have publicly confirmed that they will vote against it, so this mad bill is defeated. But the dark anti-free speech forces won't rest. You can bet they're plotting a mad bill number 2 right now. The only way to defeat it in the long term is ensure a senator from the Libertarians and or One Nation is elected in each state at the next election. The Liberals can't be trusted as the mad bill was originally their idea. So Liberal and Labor in Australia, look, put them last, okay? With Labor and put the Greens dead last, Labor second last, and Liberal third last, and then start numbering all the ones above that. Except for the Teals. Don't vote for them either. They're sneaky. They'll try it, like they did The Voice. I don't know why they... well, who's the post? It's unavailable. Oh, they took it down. They must have got embarrassed because Craig pointed them out. Cag Drogo said, I try to be patient and kind, but I get really sick of these fags who just found out about the NWO in 2020 and cry about warp speed when I've been waiting 17 years for the scandemic and finally watched the FEMA camps be stopped with my own eyes. Yeah, I know, it's hard to watch it, but, you know, you got to let people wake up in their own time. It's as simple as that. He's had 17 years to wake up. How long have I been awake? 2008. 2007 or 8? How long is that? That's about 16, 17 years. Hey, I've been awake as long as this guy has. For anyone who hasn't seen the film, it's going to be okay. I promise you, okay? Take a breather and watch this, please. The original plan was to roll out a certain procedure after 10 years of lockdowns, involuntarily detaining people into quarantine camps. When the thing was finally released, it freed everybody, or so they said, it would have been mandatory and dissenters would be detained in the camps. Warp speed stopped the FEMA camps. I might play that. Oh, no, I can't. 51 minutes. What I will do is I'll repost it on Twitter. Should have a watch party on Rumble. The Rubber Duck said you have more patience than most, Chad. These people will be made to face their demons just like we did. Going to be tough for them. Yeah, but the thing is, you've got to let people wake up in their own... They're waking up, you know what I mean? That's the main thing. They're going to go through what we've gone through. They're going to go... Yeah, they're going to go through things we've already gone through and bits of information we've already gone through, and we've grown and come out the other end and realised maybe that's not the best thing either. And, you know, like, it's time. It takes time. Libs of TikTok said students at ISD 745 in Minnesota received a questionnaire asking them how they would communicate their desire to be more adventurous in bed. Travis Oakland, superintendent of a school district, admitted the questionnaire was inappropriate and that the teacher would be subject to disciplinary process. Why does this keep happening in schools? I want to know what the disciplinary process is. Will they be fired? Struck from being a teacher, never to teach again? Because that's how it should be. I mean, if they're just going to, be put on leave for a couple of weeks, that's not good. You want your partner to be more adventurous in the bedroom. How do you communicate your desire? Handcuff them to the bed and take matters into your own hands. You don't. It's too awkward to talk about. Tell them you love your sex life but have some ideas to spice things up. Leave your laptop open to a sex toy website for them to accidentally see. To kids? What the hell are you guys doing? Yeah, groomers. When you're okay with naked strangers dancing for children, but go apocalyptic when adults pray to God, you're on the side of evil, and we're done pretending any different too. Finish with that one. Now, Snarkish Dano has a similar story, and this is about how federal government wastes your money, right? Let's read the first one, Tim Young first. I have a personal story about how wasteful your federal government is. Years ago, I was a graduate intern at the Social Security Administration. My senior manager called me to her office one day and told me that other employees had complained about me because I was working too fast. I've had that happen. I know other people that have had that happen. The solution, if I completed a project quickly, I was allowed to do whatever I wanted as long as I showed up for scheduled meetings. The on-campus SSA snack stores also sold novels because they literally know people aren't working at their desks. This is how your federal government works. Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk could easily clean out 80% of the bureaucrats in the Maryland, DC, Virginia area, and the government would still run efficiently. The current management and employees at federal agencies all know this, and they're freaking out for a reason. Doge will save taxpayers billions. Okay, now let's go. Snarkish Dano said, I have a similar story. Know someone that got on his attempt with DSHS for a project that was expected to take 2 months. It was finished in 2 days, and this person was hated on because of making the others look bad. Apparently, it's not uncommon to repeat minor work 10 plus times to kill time, i.e. adding up a column of numbers, fine to do it twice for verification, but it would be done over 10 times so as to look busy but not actually get anything done. Yes, 80% could go, but it would have to be the correct 80%. Also, all of those that let go will be coming into the job market where they have no clue what it means to produce and perform. I pity their prospective bosses and co-workers. And look, this has happened to me, and it's happened to people I know. People get the shits with you if you go in and you work efficiently. And you're like, what the hell are you here for then? Actually, I worked at the taxation department, right, when I was about 16, 17. I was doing a traineeship with the tax department. I left because I was so fucking bored. They had nothing for me to do. So 3 days a week I would sit at work and do word puzzles. My boss would have 2, 3, 4 hour lunches every day with her boss, even though they were married, to separate people. Okay? There is a huge waste. It doesn't matter what country we're in, it's in every country. Bureaucratic waste. Malcolm Roberts said climate fraud, COVID fraud, lockdowns, masks, injections, mandates, restrictions, solar, wind and subsidies fraud, CSIRO, Gen cost. This is Malcolm Roberts saying this, not me. And, verify everything for yourself, use your own discernment and fact check everything for yourself. CSIRO, Gen cost, solar and wind energy fraud. The Bureau of Meteorology, data homogenisation to fabricate warming fraud. Professional, medical and scientific journals have been exposed as often corrupt attempts to get grants fraud. Sex change fraud, male XY and female XX chromosomes cannot be changed. Fraud killing children. UN so-called sustainable development goals fraud. Runoff falsely claimed into Great Barrier Reef to control farmers fraud. Locking up commercial and recreational fishing zone exclusions fraud. Bogus environmental restrictions and some legislation to control people fraud. Stealing farmers' property rights, fraud, medical research trial drugs journals, same. Peer review of all sorts, possibly, fraud. Natural medical supplements, research on these is sidelined, especially on their efficacy because they can't be patented, so they're smeared and dismissed or banned, fraud. Food science, nutrition, processed foods, some oils, hydrogenated oils, agricultural compounds, mRNA livestock vaccine, antibiotics, growth hormones, see your doctor or your vet, pet science, kibble dog food and their procedures that they have, Fraud to stop the Bradfield scheme. Science has often been hijacked and is often hijacked to falsely camouflage political arguments and subsidies to parasitic billionaires. Always we the people pay with our money, our rising cost of living, even our children's and people's lives. Think fake news is bad? Wait till you find out about history and science. Everything we thought we knew. Wait till we find out. Wait till they find out. Let's go, Brandon. Said the completion timing will be impeccable. Now, some people think these are public capital punishment venues. Can I say that? Is that the right word? I don't even know, where they are. Some people are saying that's what this is. Don't know. The things they're building outside the front of the White House, okay? Stevens said they used an Aboriginal sperm. Imagine the benefits, privileges, Aboriginal with lesbian parents. Sam Kerr announces baby news. 2 girls are having a baby. They used an Aboriginal sperm, so they didn't make the baby, okay? Do you want to go out, Bubba? Do you want to go out? I've got to let another cat out. Hang on. Does she want to go out? Does she? Okay. Senator Gerard Rennick said, well, if this isn't dodgy, I don't know what is. Looks like Albo's been sticking his hands in the cookie jar. In estimates, I found out that what was an initial commitment of $30 million to fund a road on the Central Coast that goes straight to his front door has been upgraded to $100 million with no actual reason as to why. It turns out this road is the road that leads to Albanese's new beach house. Furthermore, the New South Wales government or the local council didn't feel the need to contribute an extra cent. Was Albanese using taxpayer dollars to impress his new girlfriend? We know he likes to call his mate Joyce for flight upgrades, so he clearly doesn't mind milking the system. Not only does this look dodgy, it also looks hypocritical. Albanese jumped up and down when the prior government paid $30 million for a vital piece of land in regards to Western Sydney Airport, yet he's more than happy to splurge more than 3 times that for a road that isn't even the responsibility of the federal government. I smell a rat here. Look, major highways are federal government, the Roads and Traffic Authority or the Motor Transport, whatever it's called now. I don't know, they keep changing the bloody name of it. The people who look after the roads, the federal, is the highways, right? Your local councils are supposed to do the off-roads. Okay? So now the federal government is paying for that instead with tax dollars to his home. Oh. Defiant L said, what's the first word that comes to mind when you see this haircut? Clown? What about you? Clown. That's what it looks like to me. Looks like a clown. What are you doing, love? Okay, Kobe Thatcher said, what is going on in New Zealand? Maori protests in New Zealand against a bill to give equal rights to citizens of all races. This is what we avoided with The Voice. And I bet you some of them have very little Maori in them. Why are they protesting equal rights? Equal rights equals no special privileges for them. Wow. Crazy. Thank God we avoided that. I hope. You never know. They might still sneak it in. Councils. Elon Musk said, instead of teaching fear of pregnancy, we should teach fear of childlessness. Peter Sweden said birth rates in Sweden is now at the lowest level since records began. In 1749, birth rates in Britain is now at the lowest levels since records began, 1938. This is a disaster. Why are the fertility rates collapsing so much? Jay said, my 2 cents, cultures that promote a me-first lifestyle and children as an impediment to it seem to trend this way. They do, actually. And also it's hard for people to afford having children, you know. And this one, yeah, Jenny, could it be because our youngsters are not supported? They're not helped with housing and it now takes 2 salaries for a mortgage? It's a completely different scenario from decades ago and it's getting worse. And yes, other things as well. Ingredients. Yep. This is true. Did you know this? Men who watch too much porn end up with erectile dysfunction later on. Mm-hmm. The nuclear family's collapsing because they're promoting another, boss babe lifestyle, that kind of thing. Red Pill drifter Richard Branson is the son of Eve Branson, who was founding member, board of directors of the International Centre for Missing and Exploited Children. Richard Branson was the founding sponsor. He also owns Virgin. Notice the logo is written in blood. He also owns Necker Island, which is not very far from Epstein Island, where he hosted NXIVM parties. The Rothschilds-linked Bronfman sisters donated millions to the cult, whose leaders Alison Mack and Keith Rainier were charged with child sex trafficking. Alison Mack only got 3 years and is getting out soon. There's his island. Don't forget, Epstein's not the only one. The Road Knight said bailed 50 times. A 14-year-old boy here in Australia, described by police as one of the state's most prolific youth offenders, has again been granted bail despite fears he will continue to offend almost immediately in a high volume. No, I'm not signing up. Thank you very much. You can go and jump. Okay, he's been bailed 50 times. And they know he's going to continue committing crime, but they're not going to lock him up. Why? Senator Matt Canavan said we should build new coal-fired power stations to bring back wealth and jobs to Australia. Instead of just exporting the coal to others, let's use it ourselves. Exactly. We give it to China. We sell it to China, India, everywhere. And then we are demonised for using coal here. They can shove it. Doge, Department of Government Efficiencies. Mitch McConnell says there will be no recess appointments for Trump, openly attempting to block Trump's cabinet picks. I wonder how much money this old man's laundered and stolen from the American people over the years, allegedly. Guess we could check into that. Didn't he? Wasn't it? I showed a video of him freezing yesterday. I don't know. Libs of TikTok said breaking. Dr. Kwame Morton, superintendent of Cherry Hills School District in New Jersey, said the school mistakenly released the names of 92 students whose families opted out of a new sex ed class that taught gender identity, puberty, and masturbation. Why do these mistakes keep happening and always go one way? So they leaked the people that did not want their child to go to this class. It always happens that way, doesn't it? It's very strange how that happens. John Godemsky said watch 60 Minutes on the girl who was bullied to suicide by her peers at school and on social media. Albanese is changing the law to stop this bullying to under 16-year-olds. But nobody's going after the bullies. Just like they didn't go after Kimberly Kitchen's bullies, who they knew, and they knew who they were. They never punish the bullies. They just go like, it's, this is what they want. They want more of this so they can say, we need a digital ID. Okay, we really need, they want more of it so they can really push the point home, But they never go after the bullies. How about giving them some, community service work or something to do, these bullies? I'm sure I saw that somewhere. Someone did a comment. Yeah, you need people to be more culpable for their actions. Yep, they always use emotions to push a government agenda. It's what they do. It's not going to stop bullying. Yeah, I honestly, I do think the ones who are bullying, and the school would know who they are, they should have to do community service or something before someone knocks them out and teaches them why you shouldn't bully someone. Stephen said, I'll be voting One Nation because they are the only ones against carbon zero malarkey, massive immigration, social media ban. Keep calm and vote One Nation, okay? Matt Wallace said, urgent alert, George Soros' son Alex Soros just alluded to another viral outbreak coming soon. They're playing with fire. Americans will be screwed if there's another pandemic. Don't listen. The last one should have taught you to not listen. Don't listen. Alex Jones said Trump pledges war on chronic childhood illness with presidential task force to look at decades-long diseases in these illnesses. They're going to find out. Tim Young said, I have a personal story about how wasteful your... No, I did read that one. Vincent Kennedy said, why is no one talking about this? Fillet of fish. What? Okay, that's gone over my head. They're all eating McDonald's. Are they going to make McDonald's healthy again? Is that what this is about? I don't know. What's it about? Because it's more cryptic stuff that we sit around and guess about, you know. Bring real clear source, please. Huh. Fillet of fish. I don't know. What are they on about? I need to know. I need to know. Oh. This people here reckons the fillet of fish was invented because people could not eat meat on Fridays in remembrance to Jesus. If you stare at this thing long enough, then you stare at a wall, you should see Jesus. I've got one. Make America Healthy Again starts tomorrow, 14 hours ago, November the 18th. They're already onto it. Yeah, this is what I'm worried about. The human meat they found. I don't know. What's this? That's not Biden, is it? My son thought this was this terrible. Posted after the cameras turned off Biden. Remember, said they said he was full of pep. That's not Biden. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The packaging is different. What if they be rolling out new healthy versions of the old garbage McDonald's? What if they're making McDonald's healthy again? Interesting. I don't know, but I like it. Okay, Alex Jones said Trump pledges to use military on land and sea to dismantle drug and human trafficking networks in the United States as well. Caption this. Feds, glowies. If you can't tell that by now, I don't know what to say. Elon Musk said some deep truths here. I like Tesla says the Democrats won the election. Because they're all Democrats. They were previously Democrats, but the Democrats went so far left they went over the cliff. So these people had to become Republican. But they all were Democrats. A lot of them. Muffy Kitten said, who believes this? Never confuse education with intelligence. You can have a master's degree and still be a fucking idiot. And that's true. Unless you've got the common sense, critical thinking, and the other thing that I've already forgotten. Yeah, that. Okay. Here we go. Hustle Bitch said, how the hell did this 1721 painting by Dietz Newton predict the Trump, Elon, RFK McDonald's in-flight dinner? Well, not quite. It's not quite McDonald's, They're eating a feast, but they're all standing exactly the same way. Watch this. They're all sitting exactly the same and standing. Look at it together, okay? Hand on the leg. Elon, hand on the leg. Other hand here, other hand here. This guy holding up a glass of wine. Don Jr.'s holding up McDonald's fries. This guy here, RFK Jr. And this guy standing behind, and what's his name? Oh my God, now I can't remember his name. Got me. Quentin Dempster said everyone under our justice system, Alan Jones, is entitled to a presumption of innocence until proven guilty in a court of law. And they're right. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. We know some of them. Okay? Mark PG said, so Upgrade Albanese spent $100 million, not $30 million of taxpayers' money on a new dead-end road to his $4.3 million waterfront weekender. It's not even his main house. It's his weekender. Not only is he the worst Prime Minister in Australian history, but he might be the most corrupt. Blair White said there are a lot of people who assume they're hated for their sexuality, race or gender, when in reality they're just unlikable to see you in the NTs. Matthew Kamanzuli said, finally, common sense. Predatory marketing practices like this should be outlawed, in person and online. Same with the digital ID and digital directors' IDs. We have a right to privacy from commercial forces and from our government. Landmark ruling against Bunnings over facial recognition tech in stores. Okay? Probably been told to take it down, have they? They breach privacy laws. I've been in there and didn't know they were using facial recognition technology. I had no idea, and I'd been into Bunnings, and I would not have got in if I had known they were using facial recognition technology. There is no way I would have stepped in, foot in that. Bunnings has interfered with the privacy. It's a hardware store, by the way, where you buy, stuff for your garden and building stuff, and the wood that I bought for under my bed recently. Bunnings has interfered with the privacy of hundreds of thousands of customers by using facial recognition technology without gaining proper consent. I didn't even know the Privacy Commissioner's ruled. The retail giant says the technology was used to protect staff and customers from increasing exposure to violent and organised crime. Have you ever seen violence in a Bunnings store? Or organised crime? I haven't. What's next? The Commissioner has ordered Bunnings not to repeat the behaviour and to destroy all personal information collected. What about the actual systems? Bunnings will seek a review of the ruling. Can we sue them? Retail giants Bunnings has breached privacy laws by using facial recognition technology on its customers, according to a landmark, blah, blah, blah. The decision on Tuesday is a result of a 2-year investigation by the regulator. Individuals who entered the relevant Bunnings stores at the time would not have been aware facial recognition technology was in use, and especially that the sensitive information was being collected, even if briefly. The case is expected to have major implications. Which stores? 63 of its New South Wales and Victorian stores between 6th of November 2018 and November 30th, 2021, and I would have gone there heaps of times. And it depends on which one. I would have been in the Penrith one at that time. I would have been in the Blue Mountains one at that time. The regulator said Bunnings did not gain proper consent. We know that. Oh, Bunnings is disappointed with the determination. Open mum and dad hardware stores again. That'll solve it, okay? Managing Director Mike Schneider said the company's use of facial recognition technology was never about convenience or saving money, but was all about safeguarding our business and protecting our team, customers and suppliers. He said 70% of incidents in Bunnings stores were caused by the same group of people, and facial recognition proved the fastest and most accurate way of identifying quickly removing these individuals. Mr. Schneider said the stores was seeing increasingly exposure to violence and organised crime. Well, if the judges would lock people up like that child who's been bailed 50 times, shit like this wouldn't happen, mate. And if just one person could be protected from the trauma, the use of facial recognition would be justifiable. Well, look, no, because seriously, the judges need to do their job. And it won't happen as much because people will be deterred from doing it. Oh, my God. The electronic data was never used for marketing, sure. The company's been ordered not to repeat the practice in the future, destroy all personal information. They'll have to publish a statement on its website within 30 days explaining what it did wrong, how it was using the technology, and provide advice to customers on how to make a complaint, because I'd like to if it was anywhere near me. This decision should serve as a reminder to all organisations to proactively consider how the use of technology might impact privacy. Where were they? Which stores were they? Bunnings told investigators that when there wasn't a match, the consumer's facial data was collected but then automatically deleted within an average of 4.17 milliseconds. And how long is it sitting there till you look at the thing and see that it's not someone you are after? Or someone who was suspected of being a security risk in the past? This is awful. Any possible benefits of facial recognition technology need to be weighed against impact on privacy rights. Bunnings, Kmart and the Good Guys were using facial recognition technologies in stores in 2022. All three stores halted the practice in the wake of Choice's report. Kmart is also being investigated by the regulator for in-store use of facial recognition technology, but a finding is yet to be made. The regulator ultimately didn't proceed with an investigation into the Good Guys. No, that's overkill, mate. Look, if judges did their job properly, and if you actually had the people charged with stealing or violence in your store, okay, and the judges did their job properly and the police did their job properly, these people would be locked up by now, especially if they are repeat offenders. Oh, my God. What is wrong with the world? Jesus. Just because the technology may be helpful or convenient does not mean its use is justifiable. Exactly. In this instance, facial recognition was the most intrusive option, disproportionately interfering with the privacy of everyone who entered the stores. I also entered the one of the Western Sydney Kmarts around that time. Okay, I don't care if they were using it with ill intent or not. They should not be doing it. This lady here is trying to advise people, any business that's thinking about using facial recognition, to think about much less intrusive ways of potentially meeting the same aims. She was disappointed Bunnings wasn't hit with the financial penalty. That includes other types of venues like nightclubs, gaming venues, stadiums. They'll all be looking to this as the kind of landmark ruling on what's allowable under the law. They shouldn't be allowed. I'm sorry, but no. I don't agree. I don't approve. I don't consent. Okay? No. Pauline Hanson said media released One Nation to support foreign student caps. The coalition should rethink its opposition to foreign student caps and ensure that all possible measures are taken to reduce pressure on Australian families struggling to secure accommodation. One Nation leader, Senator Pauline Hanson, said a party would support Labor's bill to cap foreign student numbers. The bill doesn't go anywhere near far enough in reducing the appalling number of foreign students taking up university positions and accommodation at the expense of Australians, but it's a start and the Coalition needs to get on board, Senator Hanson said. I'm forced to question why the Coalition wants to prop up the international student industry that is making our housing crisis much worse than it needs to be. Why are they protecting profits for universities instead of protecting Australians in need of a home? I'm forced to question recent statements by Peter Dutton about reducing the record immigration numbers that are driving our housing and cost of living crisis. This bill doesn't reduce foreign student numbers by a lot, only 53,000, but that's still 53,000 foreigners not keeping 53,000 Australians out of secure accommodation. We must break Australian universities of their addiction to foreign students. In the past 20 years, foreign student enrolments have risen 370%, and the proportion of foreign university students has more than doubled from 14 to 29%. At the same time, Australian student enrolments have risen only 84%, and in the past few years, domestic students have been dropping out in record numbers. Only 62% of domestic Australian students complete their degree. The figure is 79% for foreign students. Does the Coalition put the interests of Australian students before or after the interests of foreigners? If Australian students are the priority, and they bloody well should be, then the Coalition should join us in supporting this bill as a first step towards a more comprehensive and meaningful reductions in the future. One nation will always put Australia and Australians first. So vote One Nation, for God's sake. I don't know what this has to do with anything, but we'll have a look at it. Ariel said, I hope you all know that tomorrow starts the 20-year reign of Pluto being in Aquarius. The impact this will have on the world will be massive and will usher in the golden age officially and cosmically. Can you all guess when the last time this happened? The American-French Revolution, which is still talked about today. So can you imagine the implications of this event tomorrow? What event tomorrow are we talking about? Oh, the stars aligning in some way? I don't know. Peter Wallace said it's a miracle. The Daily Telegraph said Baby Joy, Sam Kerr has confirmed that her fiancée, Christy Mewis, is pregnant. And they're having an Aboriginal baby, by the way, so they get more benefits that way, right? Katie said the government states under 16 social media ban is due to online bullying. I think back to Kimberley Kitching, the case of grown adults, Penny Wong, Christina Keneally and Gallagher, that bullied their co-worker in her workplace. The government wants to control other people's children. They can't control their own officials. And the lady, Kimberley Kitchen, committed suicide because of these three. Craig Kelly said, thanks to everyone that has joined to follow my page, as it's now ticked over 150,000 people following. X is also proving to be the #1 place for Australian political views. For example, last Friday it became clear that Albanese didn't have the numbers to get this mad bill through the Senate, following announcements reported on X that Senators Pocock, Tyrell, Lambie and Payman were voting against it. I had 993,696 views and 80,174 likes and comments and shares for the day. It's now Monday evening and not a single mainstream media, has reported anything about the demise of the mad bill. If you want to keep up to date and informed about Australian politics, X is the place to be. If you want to keep up to date on any politics, X is the place to be. The opinionated black woman auntie says, while some of the leaders of BRICS will have a clueless Biden bailed up here, look at the simple idiot walking around aimlessly in the background. Look at this idiot. This is our idiot Prime Minister. Look. Half-wit. Look, he nearly matches Biden, mate. Seriously? I can't read that one here. I'll have to do that over on Rumble. Alexandra Marshall said, why do communists always come after the farms? Are these politicians idiots blinded by their greed and perceived wealth, or is it causing a famine instrumental to the collapse of democracy and an establishment of an absolute state? Either way, why did the UK vote for Starmer? Well, the thing is, I could discuss this more on Rumble, but I don't think they did. I don't think Australia voted for Albo either. They didn't, because he got in with 32% when Liberals had 37%. Work that one out. I don't know. Senator Babbitt said Qantas have cancelled his previously booked flights to Canberra. That's isn't that interfering in politics? That's weird. Because Qantas have cancelled his previously booked flights to Canberra, and he's against the, everything the government stands for. Is going for at the moment. Elon Musk said Britain's turning into a police state. Visigrad said the Grammy winner and former lead guitarist of the British folk rock band Mumford & Sons revealed to Americans that people are being imprisoned in the UK and EU for politically incorrect social media posts. Yep. Without freedom of speech, we would not know who the idiots are. Yep, we know that's going on, and it's going on here in Australia, and I'm sure the US is trying to implement it. Not sure if they won't succeed. Insurrection Barbie said the following presidents used the recess appointment power: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, Andrew Johnson, Ulysses Grant, Harry Truman, Dwight Eisenhower, Ronald Reagan, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama. So yes, Donald Trump can absolutely push through recess appointments. There you go. Oz Integrity said breaking Australia. Senator Jackie Lambie fully supports the under-16 social media ban. This is this one, right? Listen to this. Listen to the voice.
You support the social media ban for kids, even if it would mean everyone will need to verify their age online, not just teenagers to access social media?
I think we need to do whatever we can. If that means we have to take a hit for that we have to verify everything on social media for our kids and for their own mental health and what is going on out there, then I would be, like many other Australians out there, prepared to do that.
You support the social media...
Yeah, no, you're one of the only Australians prepared to do that, love. Okay. Will Hild said just in, BlackRock's entire core business may be in jeopardy. CEO Larry Fink is panicking at the prospect of re-engineered large portions of his indexing business, which is both the company's largest source of revenue each year and his largest source of power in advancing his far-left political agenda. I'll explain. Roughly every 3 years, BlackRock is required by law to apply for a blanket authorisation from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission to acquire and hold over $10 million and or 10% ownership in voting shares of multiple public utilities. These authorisations are required to ensure that one rogue financial entity cannot exert undue influence over energy markets. Without this authorisation, BlackRock cannot run massive portions of their indexing business because these public utilities are critical components of various indexes like the S&P 500, Russell 3000, etc. In short, if they can't buy shares of utility companies, they cannot truly offer the index. BlackRock is currently in the process of reapplying for a blanket authorisation from FERC. Last week, both Consumers First and 19 state attorney generals filed motions with FERC seeking to bar BlackRock from receiving this authorisation unless the Commission can investigate and ensure BlackRock will not use their large and growing ownership in public utilities to advance Larry Fink's far-left political agenda. The Commission has a duty to the American people to ensure utility companies that provide vital energy to every American household are not hijacked by a rogue asset manager to advance the CEO's personal political agenda. We urge the Commission to take immediate action. And I'm going to like every single one of them. Let's hope so. Malcolm Roberts said, anyone hoping for Peter Dutton to make meaningful changes to Australia's insane immigration program and ease the housing crisis has just been betrayed. After backflipping on a plan to cap international student numbers, the Liberals still support a big immigration plan. While there are some holes in the cap, Peter Dutton's backflip proves he won't even commit to a small cut to temporary immigration. The Liberals have promised minor changes to the number of permanent visas. They've said nothing about cutting some of the 2.45 million temporary visa holders in the country, including students. In the middle of a housing crisis, these temporary residents are driving demand for extra 1 million houses. The Liberals talking big on immigration, yet when it comes to action, they fold. Only one nation can be trusted on immigration to make sure Australians are put in houses first. And breaking, Elon Musk said, breaking internet stunned after an attractive biological female human of healthy weight wins the Miss Universe pageant. It's about freaking time. Miss Universe Denmark. God love her. She's a beautiful lady. Karma said, as a journalist, let's connect the dots. And I showed that one yesterday. So there you go. There we go. Okay. FU said, howdy fam, looking forward to Hev's next stream. Love you guys. Hev, thanks for all you do. Love your work. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys. And Deb said, hello, Hev and Hevites. Hey, beautiful Alex. And Mr. and Mrs. Out to Lunch. Out to Lunch said, Donna's tired. She said it was a long day. Oh, God love her. And George, hey, Hev and everyone. How you going, George? Deb said, my old bestie's having a delicate heart operation today. Pray for Corinne. Is her name Corinne? Oh, God love her. Pray for Corinne. Pray for Father in heaven to please look after her old best friend, Corinne. Having a delicate heart operation today. Paul said, g'day, everyone. Alex said, we have liftoff. Driving in the car with the music, and it just jumped. Of course it did. Can't get back. Kai, how you going? It was raining buckets here today and last night. I think that's what Kai said. Half of it's cut off, so I'm trying to read. Alex said it was really heavy here, but it never lasts. Apparently we're supposed to be getting more, though. Love the snow. It's been so pretty and nice and quiet. Oh, lovely. Isn't it beautiful when it snows? Hello, Menacing Muskrat. How you going? Hello, Dealey. How you going? Deb said, I went to the snow with school and it was over by day 4. And you were over it by day 4. I love it. I love the snow. Alex said it was about 7:20 a.m. that I saw it. Made me all excited like a child. I get like that, like a child. I go, oh, snowing. Oh, my God. The simple things in life excite me. Oh, my God. I don't need diamonds or bullshit. I just need the simple things in life. Menacing Muskrat said, Brewer, starting to get cold up here. Oh, it would be up there, Menacing Muskrat. Oh, just makes me shiver to think how cold you guys get up there. George said, okay, Alex, I was fast asleep then, lol. Deb said, in the booze, she could give up too. Alex said, Menacing, you always win the cold award where you are. Oh, she does, yes. And Deb said, nuke codes? Yeah, that too, Menacing. That too, Deb, sorry, yes. Sorry, I was nearly reading Menacing's next comment. Menacing Muskrat said, Trump threw the ball to Melania. I thought he threw it to Barron. Okay. I thought it was thrown to Barron. Cool, Alex said, shame. Hopefully we get more and it stays for a while, George. Alex said, I'm good, thank you. Hope you're well, Menacing Muskrat. Out to lunch said, could be just a ball too. Randy said, wood chipper for pedos. And Deb's having the little vomity faces over the pedo. I don't blame you, honestly. Deb said, it goes both ways, man or woman. It's not acceptable. Doesn't matter who it is. Man or woman, no. SW said, hey, Deb, how does one donate with a message readout? Oh, SW, that is through Streamlabs link that's pinned at the top, Alex's comment. And it says, if you would like to donate, and it's a Streamlabs one. Okay, that. And thank you, SW, because I think you bought me a coffee, didn't you? Was that you? I think it was. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Kai said, bring back the Ublit? What's that? Alex said, these pedos make me sick and they want to normalise. It'll never be normal. Millstones. Exactly. No, it's not the Stripe one, it's, Deb. It's the one that reads it out. The one with the voice is the Streamlab one. So what I'm going to have to do is, yeah, I'll check the Stripe. But the Streamlab's the one that reads the comment out. Did you just do that one, SW? God love you. Hang on. I'm not, yeah, okay, I'm not this. I think that was you. I don't know. But it's the Streamlabs one. It's not the, if you want it to read out on screen, it's the Streamlabs, not the Stripe. Alex said, I don't use public toilets anymore or changing rooms, blokes in dresses and stubble taking the pee and allowed to get away with it. Yeah, exactly. SW, Deb said, silent achievers, SW. Kai said, please check your like button, fill it in. Randy said, I have to make tranny washrooms. 20-minute city stuff too. Oh, no, Randy, really? Alex said, I saw a program a while ago about a bloke who purely dress and say they are a woman just to get cheaper stuff like insurance. They never intend to actually transition. Deb said, I get to use disabled toilet now, so it's just me in the bathroom. That's good. George said, the world's full of demonic people. It is. Deb said, yes, put up those thumbs. Fingers and thumbs. Randy said, yes, hit like for Hev. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. We've got same amount of likes as we got viewers. Paul said, Trump will stop Ukraine and the world will wake up. Alex said, I'm just listening to some music and the final countdown just came on. George said, Trump stole my dance. Deb said, yes, like the voice by Albo. Exactly. Alex said, I heard UK Christmas markets are being cancelled as it might offend guests coming in on boats. Hey, Timmy, drinking large quantities of seed oil, chlorine for the gene pool. Exactly. Now, good to see you, Timmy. I was starting to get worried about you again. Just after you broke your leg last time, I was thinking, oh, I hope he's all right. Like, shit. I hope everyone's okay. There was Mike and Melissa too, and I haven't seen them for ages. There's heaps of people I haven't seen for ages. And I just hope everyone's okay, George said, yeah, I heard that, Alex. Deb said, we're in the memes of the real... Oh, God love you. I know what you meant. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Oh, you meant where are the memes of the real Albo? D. Lee said, hey, Timmy. Alex said, for sure, hopefully not long until they're exposed, George. Deb said, hey, Timmy. Starchild, how you going? Hi, Hev and crew. For the last week or so, every time I try and watch, it buffers see you on replay. Oh, no, really? Kai said, they're thinning themselves out. Everyone's saying hello to Starchild. Alex said, how frustrating. Hopefully it's all working properly now, Starchild. J1 said, Australia was part of US election interference 2023 5 hours. I've got to be careful what I say. Allegedly, apparently, right, maybe. People are theorising that could be possible. YouTube. I get you, J1. Alex said, it's a flipping joke trying to appease these people that absolutely hate us. So I hope they're caught up in it and done for treason as well. I don't know if they're allowed to, but I hope so. Alex said, it's a flipping joke trying to appease these people that absolutely hate us. Deb said, Albo's job's on the chopping block next. Starchild said, hey, Alex, it's Triangel. Went back to my original title. Ah, there you go. You're originally known as Starchild. Yeah, I like both names too, Alex. Starchild and Triangel. George said, we have people running the UK who are fools, Alex. And Deb said, yes, both great names, Starchild. Kai said, be careful, I changed the badge P8C and was answering questions from several to prove it was me. Got some good content ideas from it, though. Alex said, you're not wrong there. Hopefully it won't be for long, George. Alex said, there are a lot of political prisoners inside now. Meanwhile, they just let out thousands of murderers and rapists. The world is inverted. George said, the UK is heading towards a civil war or revolution. We have traitors everywhere. Yeah, it's the same here in Australia. I think the UK and Australia are along the same lines. I don't know about if Canada's both like stuffed, both sides. Alex, I don't think we're far off, George. Plus, they just released that film a little while ago called Civil War, bit of predictive programming. Menacing Muskrat said Pelosi freaks me out. Me too. She's, I don't know what's wrong with her, but maybe it's just that what we know about her that makes us go like, oh, when we see her, you know. Hey, Meg Aussie. How you going? Hey, everyone. Can't stay. Just checking in to say hello. Thank you, Meg. God love you. Alex said, I heard loads of celebs are leaving the country, probably all going to Greece where they allow pedos and no extradition. Yeah, well, I just don't want them to come to Australia. I don't want them going anywhere. I want them caught and dealt with. That's what I would like. SW said, haha, YouTube does like Spinal Tap lyrics much. Doesn't. George said, the politicians are mentally retarded. Yeah, they are. Alex said, they're certainly not all there and definitely psychopaths, George. Deb said, yes, we have had them all. Out to lunch said, going to get your own whipping stick sucks. I don't know what that means. Alex said, my mum broke a wooden spoon on my ass once. I just ran off laughing. Yeah. That's what most kids do. They laugh and run away. Menacing Muskrat said, I just barfed up my supper. Oh, no. Hey, Dave, how you going? Hey, Hev, Alex and you good chat people just passing by and see you streaming. Had to say good day. Best wishes from Liverpool. You too, Dave. Good to see you. Starchild said, have you ever seen the movie Dark Crystal? Well, if you have these cronies in charge looking act like that. Yep, Dave said, please hit the like button, good people. Thank you, Dave. Starchild said, Skexis, lol. Alex said, that bloke speaking fast just doesn't want the truth to come out. Yeah, Destiny is a known leftist shill and he's got a questionable history. Not only that, he let his missus go sleep with all these. I don't know how anyone can let their partner, whether male or female, sleep with anyone else like that. No. Just no, right? If that's the case, I'm not the right person, mate, you know? Alex says, too late, the dominoes have already started toppling. Dave said, Kai, been a while and good to see you, best wishes. George said, the lefties don't like the truth. They don't. Dave said, Britain had a huge demonstration in London by our farmers today. Yes, I did report on that. And also Jeremy Clarkson speaking there with the BBC trying to get a gotcha moment, you know. Alex is saying, I'm a lady, I'm good, thank you, hope you're well, Dave. George said, yes, Dave. J1 said 1 in 5 working Australians are in the public service. Yes, yes, they are. 1 in 5 Australians work for the public service. Let me in there, I'm telling you. They won't like me after I'm done. Alex said, we're definitely living in a backwards world, but this is what the Bible said would happen before the end times. Hopefully there's not long left because I want off this crazy world. Yeah, no, it'll improve, Alex, and there'll be 1,000 years of peace. You watch. Dave said, I know, I do apologise, Alex. Not the first time I've made this mistake, and I do sincerely apologise. I did the same mistake. I honestly did the same mistake. At first I thought Alex was a guy, and I have been confused about people, you know, with names that could be either male or female or, you know, just, what do you call it, like, I thought Geoloft, I think, was female until he corrected me and said he was male. Sometimes I don't know either, don't worry. SW said J1, that percentage is unsustainable. J1 said SW, it's pure corruption. Dave said menacing, much respect, at least I didn't misgender you. Kai said, yep, guys get a smile or a heart, ladies get a... Is that a hug or a, like little love hearts on the little emoji? And a wink. Kai said, all others get a foot or a boot. Dave said, shout out to this channel's ladies. Oh, God love you. Thank you. Alex said, same, I've waited over 25 years for people to wake up. It's finally happening, though. Whoop, whoop. Exactly. George said, I was born awake. Alex said, David S. Cameron, menacing muskrat, it's all good. Dave said, late over here in England, so I'm going to wish you all the very best and stay safe. You too, Dave. Stay safe. Guy said, I was born strangling myself with my cord. They had to cut it on each side of my hands. Alex said, it was really good to see you. Hopefully see you on the next one. Take care and God bless. See you soon. George said, not that late, David, only 11 p.m. It might be if you have to work or anything, though. Mrs. Out to Lunch said, hello, Heaven, all chat folks. Hope everyone's doing good. Oh, God, love you, Donna. Hope you're doing good too. And Menacing Muskrat, I got your email, but I didn't get a chance to watch the video. So something's going on in Canada, I hear. Deb said, hello there, beautiful Mrs. Out to Lunch. Alex said, good, thank you. Hope you're well too. Mrs. Out to Lunch. Geoloft, how you going? Good to see ya. J1 said, in the coal mines, I've been given a 1-hour job and told to make it last a week. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with people. Why do they do that? Like, seriously, I've gone, when I worked for the public service, right, I did work there briefly, and I even did a temp job at the RTA as well, 2 temp jobs at the RTA, and half the time I was getting up and walking around saying, have you got anything for me to do? I didn't know why I was placed as a temp there when there was no instructions on what you were doing at all. No one knew what they were doing because they didn't tell anyone or teach anyone what they were doing. So it was like, chuck you in and, okay, what am I supposed to be doing? Sorry? Oh. You won't be falling there again. Good stuff. Timmy, thank you so much. I appreciate that, and God love you. And good. I was just getting a little bit like, I wanted to know, and hopefully, I don't know if you can ring in when we go to Rumble, but I want to know what to do when a dementia patient thinks they're having a heart attack when you know they've got indigestion, but they insist on going to hospital because they insist they're having a heart attack. Is there any way around that? Like, how do you deal with that? I don't even know. I don't understand why, like, can't we just go and get the job done? That's it, you know, I don't understand how, it happened at me at TAFE as well. We were doing landscaping and horticulture for TAFE, and which is like a college, and when we were building... Oh, hang on a sec. Hello? Yep. Yep. Oh, can't you? Okay. Okay. I'll read Tim's whole last thing out then. And then I'll test it. Yep. Okay, cool. Thanks, Alex. Okay, bye. Okay, apparently it didn't read it out. Is that right? Or didn't make a noise? Anyway, Tim has said it's been a very busy few weeks. I heard it. Things are back to normal schedule now. No broken limbs. Had my driveway dug up and heaters installed in the new one to keep the ice and snow off. I won't be falling there again. Okay, now let me know if this works. I'm going to do a test my widgets. Why is that not working? The video capture device is on, the alert box. Hang on a sec. Alert box. Audio output capture. I'll add that and see if that makes any difference at all. Hang on a sec. Just give me a sec, guys, to test this again. Now tell me if you hear it this time.
Kevin tipped $87. This is a test donation for $87.
And I just saw Adama. How you going, Adama? Just let me know if you guys can hear that. I'm not sure if that helped. That works now? Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Timmy's just had a very busy few weeks, so things are back to normal schedule now. No broken limbs. He's had his driveway dug up and installed heaters so that he doesn't slip over again. Good stuff. Sorry about that, guys. No, it doesn't have to be over a certain amount to read it out. No, it doesn't, Shannon. How you going, Shannon? Shannon also tipped $1 earlier saying fee, fi, fo, fum, fee. Just in case you didn't hear that one either now. But it should be good now. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to reset up the whole Streamlabs again because it wasn't working properly. So hopefully it is now. Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, at TAFE, when we were doing landscaping, we were building a pond, okay? And it involved moving bush rock. Now, when all the guys were doing the stuff, I'd pick up what I could and, and all the girls were sitting on the grass just watching the guys and me moving the bush rock. And I'm like, looking at them going, are you in this class? Or, like, I didn't say anything to them, but I'm looking at them as if, you're in this class, get up. Yeah, they were girls, but you can still carry smaller ones if you can't carry something big. Anyway, have a go, for God's sake. I don't get it when people don't want it, like they want to make work last so long. It's just, that's ridiculous. Menacing Muskrat said, all good, Dave. Great to meet you. Deb said, can't understand the wasting time. I like to be efficient at work. Geoloff said, I'm an hour late. No notifications from YouTube. Oh. SW said, YouTube's, you can post about sex for kids, but you can't post a comic song lyric. Exactly. Carl, how you going, Carl? D-Lee said, I think AI is running YouTube. I do too. And it's going to be dead soon.
Uncomofo tipped $1. FIFO fi foom FIFO the second fucking time fee.
Good on you, Shannon. Oh my God. God love you. SW said Spinal Tap even got me banned from Stripe. Really? Oh my God. Alex said it's all going to come out in the end and these monsters will not be able to walk the streets, probably while they're building all their bunkers, but that won't save them either. Exactly. Kai said, Carl. George said YouTube started off as a dating site. Did it? Wow. I didn't get into the internet until 2008, 7, 8. When I woke up, that's when I got on the internet. I was like on and off it before that, like in the late 90s. I remember seeing Faces of Death and stuff like that on the internet, and was like, oh, God. And I used to always, like, listen to music and stuff. Download it too. Remember Napster and all them? Anyway, D-Lee said, I didn't know that, George, about YouTube. Neither did I. But I don't know. Having AI algorithms is going to kill it completely, I'm telling you. Deb said, Albo needs a smooth ride. Out to lunch, said Mo from Three Stooges. D-Lee said, good one, out to lunch. Deb said she shaved because Trump won. Well, she looks like a clown now, that lady. I think it was a female because she looked female with those two puffs of hair on the side. I don't know. I would have shaved the whole lot off. I wouldn't have left those two bits. George said, Dealey, look it up at about the beginning of YouTube. Dealey said, I'm glad it's no longer a dating site. Kai said, I've got to go to the store and get TJ from work, guys. Much love and many blessings, everyone. You too, Kai. Safe travels, Kai, said SW. Dealey said, take care, Kai. You going live tomorrow? Alex said, I think I vaguely remember hearing that a while ago about the dating site thing, George. Everyone's saying, see you, Kai. Have a good one. Alex said, I've never used a dating app and I don't think I ever would. You don't know what sort of weirdos are on there. Yeah. I tried once many years ago. I will never, ever, ever, ever do that again. Flyby Stew said, hello, my favourite family. God love you. Hey, Flyby Stew, how you going? Delia said, Alex, I wouldn't use one either. Deb said, money virus with a monkey escape. Is that a setup? Alex said, I wasn't on a dating app, but does anyone remember the bloke who advertised in the newspaper looking for someone to be eaten and someone replied and they both ate parts of him before he killed him? Yes, I do remember that. Yeah, Dealey, they are all weirdos on those sites. They are. George said there are a lot of effing idiots in the world. Oh, there really is. Carl said the 1732 picture is AI. It's fake. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. I like to be corrected so I don't spew any myths or disinformation.
SW tipped $3. The bigger the cushion, the sweeter the push-in. That's what I said. The looser the waistband, the deeper the quicksand, or so I've read. My baby fits me like a flesh tuxedo. I love to sink her with my pink toe.
Thank you, SW. God love you. They were lyrics, obviously, out of a song, weren't they? Mm-hmm. Alex said, my old work colleague met his girlfriend, one, and I think they have a baby now on one, so it's possible to meet someone decent. I just don't think I trust it. Yeah. Yeah, Carl said 1921 photos fake. Thank you. Flyby said, George, how's it going, bro? How's it going, bro? Deb said, books don't teach life. Out to lunch said, picture not predict, they just copying. D-Lee said, Hev, was that Flynn? It might have been. It might have been in the background standing over him. George said, I'm okay, thanks, Fly. How are you, mate? Yep, General Flynn. D-Lee said, good for them, Alex. I do remember. Hang on, I've got to have a look now. I've got to have a look. Hang on, I'll show you guys too. Where is it? Got to get up, and then I'll show you guys when I get there again. There we go. I can't tell. No, it doesn't look like General Flynn. I might be wrong, guys. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't look like to me like General. It might be. It just, I don't know why it doesn't look like him to me. It's very weird. Dealey said, good for them, Alex. I do remember one site a long time ago used to be pretty good at matching couples. Yeah, I thought General Flynn was skinnier. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Alex said, yes, they're trying to roll out facial recognition everywhere and only putting tiny little signs so you don't see them unless you look for it. George said, dating sites are a scam. Deb said, every servo and pubs have facial recognition. Do they really? Yeah, they want to stop that. I'm going to be suing everyone. Alex said, that's the one. I remember his name was around a bit when the convid started. Yeah, it could have been him. Deb said, I seen plants at Bunnings. Flyby said, George, been a bit under the weather, but I'm still here. Thanks for asking. Good Flyby, Stu. Good to see ya. D-Lee said, someone sent that picture of Trump and them on the plane. I didn't get it either. Just thought it was strange they were eating McDonald's. Yeah. That's what I thought at first. Like, are they making McDonald's healthy again? I hope so. George said, sorry to hear that, mate. Hope you feel better soon. George said, the world is upside down. Alex said, the Co-op small and convenience store has facial recognition. I have one in my street, but I'd rather drive to another shop instead of ever going in there again. Out to lunch said, Walmart probably use facial recognition too. So do bloody Coles and Woolworths here. I think everywhere it does now. D-Lee said, my new phone keeps sending me alert messages to activate facial recognition and fingerprint password. Yeah, I get that a lot and I opt out. Alex said, hope you feel better soon, Flyby. Alex said, it could have been an AI-generated picture. They're getting so good these days. D-Lee said, probably out to lunch at Sam's. You get a full-body scan before leaving. What? Flyby said, George, seen snow for the first time and who knows, but I managed to get it off my car. Deb said, yes, George, there's a very old Bible that states the world has turned upside and we had 13 months. Alex said, I had that the other day on Google Play Store. I tapped to enter my password instead, D-Lee. You might be able to turn it off in settings. I have a cover on my front camera, so do I. George said, I did not see any snow in London. Deb said, I'm off to get physio on my neck, sweetie. Hope you'll be here when I get back. Might be on Rumble. I'm going to do a quick Rumble and see if anyone wants to call in. Alex said, I think it's under biometrics in settings. George said, all I've seen since I woke at 8:45 a.m. this morning was rain. GL, I've said Bunnings is owned by Wes Farmers of Perth. They also own OnePass Tech, Kmart, Target, with the one digital company, OnePass, acting as identification via Target, FBI Lab, got your 5 eyes. Wow. D-Lee said, Alex, I kept declining, but it would send it right back all day, every day. I finally scrolled up and there was a choice to never ask again. It worked. Good. Alex said, I've heard that some phone companies are stopping 2G, meaning people won't be able to use a dumb phone and forced to get a smartphone. I might have to invest in some carrier pigeons. Yeah, here in Australia. And when they do turn the 2G, 3G off, you know what's going to happen? Half the people that have a smartphone can't ring emergency services. Sherry said, sorry, I'm late again. Didn't know this was alive. Boy, I need to get with it. How you going, Sherry? Good to see you. Alex said, although birds might not be real either. Flyby Stu said it was covered in snow this morning, but mostly melted at the min, but temperature dropped. Everyone's saying hello, Sherry. Alex said, good. Maybe we get a cover for your front camera too so it can't see you when you're looking at your phone. Lots of apps have access to the camera. They do. That's why you do something like that. It's covering the camera. Or it's really dirty at the moment. That. Cover the whole front. GLF said, pro tip, never take your phone to any big box chain store. They all run Stingray by Harris Electrics, which tricks your device into thinking it's a legit cell carrier to by stealth siphon your data. Virginia Brooks said they're all gay now. Alex said, yeah, I got snow too, but it melted. Hopefully we get some more flybys, Stu. George said, what part of the UK are you from, Alex and Fly? D-Lee said, yes, that's true, Alex. I had the option to not allow that to happen. My camera, number, contacts and pictures and several other things are locked. Yeah, I take all permissions away from all my apps. Okay. It's jumped on me again, so I'm going back a bit. Okay. Alex said, I've heard that sometimes I don't take my phone out with me at all, and I always have my location turned off as I was sick of it asking me about shops I do that too. Location off. Turn as much off as you can if you get a smartphone. Alex said, hey, Virginia. Yeah, good to see you, Virginia. Good to see you. Alex said, I'm not too far from London, George. Delay said, thanks, Jill. I've been learning a lot this week about smartphones. George said, if I'm going to open the shop or anything like that, I'll leave my phone indoors. If I'm going to the shop, yeah. Flyby said, George, I'm in Yorkshire and I think Alex's in Nottingham was wide over this morning. Geo said, Alex, yeah, they front the nice stuff to the public, but the dangerous things a corporation can do based upon your public data is through the roof. The public has to set limits for the corps. Alex said, praying for your friend Deb. I hope it all goes well with her operation, definitely. Alex said, it's all getting so invasive, they'll invent the crap app soon to monitor our waste. D-Lee said, yes, Geoloff, that was something I learned, to not allow corporations to use any of my info. Shannon said, g'day from the Riverlands, South Australia. Flyby Stew said, Hev, how's you and your rent? You okay? Well, my son's moving out this weekend. So the first thing I'm going to do every time I get paid is pay 2 weeks' rent because I get paid fortnightly. And I won't have much left over. But, yeah. He's moving out this weekend. So as of next week, I'm on my own. And I've asked for a reduction in rent, okay? I have emailed them and asked. They said it doesn't hurt to ask. But the real estate lady said, I'm going to be very frank with you. They could get a lot more than $400 for this house. And I said, yes, I know. That's why I was a bit worried about asking in the first place. But I've asked them to drop, if they can drop the rent at all. I don't know if that will happen. I've also told them I understand if they can't drop the rent. I understand, you know, like, so we'll see what happens. I'm okay at the minute, Flyby Stew. I hope. Oh, dear. Everyone's going, hey, Shannon. Alex said, I better not give them ideas, D-Lee. Alex said, I couldn't hear Shannon's donation come through, could only see it have. Okay. George said they want the blood of an Englishman. Alex said, could anyone else hear it? Shannon said, I didn't hear the anonymous voice read that out. There you go. I fixed it now. Alex said, I thought it was just me, Shannon. D-Lee said, I didn't hear Shannon either. Shannon's donation. Alex said, maybe a button needs clicking or something to turn the sound on. I had to add the desktop output capture. So you could hear what the desktop, I don't know, something. That was the only thing I realised that was missing, and I'm like, oh, maybe that would help. Okay. D-Lee said, try it again, Shannon. Alex said, it's not just Glug Glug Pelosi. They all give me the creeps. Shannon said, did you see Kim Kardashian's Tesla bot keeps trying to get her to run its scans? Must indicate she has a fat ass. Flyby Stew said, Hev, you didn't give me 2s up on your ciggies. 2 up, hey? Hev, you didn't give me 2s up on your ciggies, for fuck's sake. What? What did I do? That reminds me, I'm going to have another one. Thanks there, Flyby Stew. Oh, Shannon said the dark crystal's about adrenochrome. Oh, really? Alex said, I remember that. 2s and saves. What? Flyby Stew, what's that? Someone's going to have to, it's just going, I don't know, it's going, phew. I'm just not getting it. Alex said, is that a film, Shannon? Shannon said, Alex is the hottest guy I've ever seen, lol. Alex said, it probably doesn't help that I have a picture of Keanu Reeves in the Matrix on my profile pic. No, yeah, that wouldn't help. Alex is laughing at Shannon. George said, the Dark Crystal, Jim Henson and Frank Oz. D-Lay said, I used to think Alex was he and Shannon was a her. So did I for a while. Alex said, that's the trouble with unisex names, lol, D-Lee. Alex said, I've known a few blokes called Lindsay. Yeah, I've known blokes and women called Lindsay. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. And Alex said, I didn't hear that either. George said, I was a bit confused about certain names as well, lol. Dealey said, until I knew for sure I was very careful with my words. Alex said, could you hear it, Hev? I could. That's why I didn't realise you guys couldn't hear it, because I could hear it. It was reading out in my headphones. But yeah, I didn't realise you guys couldn't hear it, so there you go. Shannon said, Shannon is an Irish boy's name, which means slow-moving stream. I'm capable of making fast-moving streams, but they're usually yellow. Shannon said, lower rent accepted. Fingers crossed. I know, I'm praying. Pray for me, guys. Please pray for me. Because I really need their help. Flyby said, never watched Dark Crystal. Is that true, Shannon? Yeah, I haven't seen it either. Shannon said, it's good watch at Flyby. Alex said, it's strange that we can't hear. There you go, no sound. It shows up but no sound. Shannon said, big lizards sucking out their life essence. Timo said, I can hear, lol. George said, I love the Irish people. Oh, God love you.
Timar28 tipped $20. iPhone has this creepy tracking thing I had no idea was tracking me. My office manager best friend Misty and I go out for dinner every Thursday and spend hours. One day Apple notified me I was late to work the
app through the restaurant. It thought the restaurant was a night job. Oh, no. Really? Jeez, Timmy. Yeah, I'd be really, really careful. You got to go into your settings and turn all the permissions off and your, your location, turn all the app permissions. You got to go into the app one by one and turn all the permissions off. Do you know that? It's painful. But thank you so much, Timmy. I really appreciate that. God love you guys. Timmy said, ooh, that. D-Lee said, on the donation. Alex said, writing is so small I can't see it in time and it cuts off the last bit. Yes. If it cuts off any, I'll continue to read it out for you. So, yeah, like I just did. But that's creepy, Timmy. They all are. All smartphones are creepy. Shannon said, Timmy, mate. Alex said, yes, it works now, Hev. D-Lee said, we can hear now. Shannon said, maybe it has to be above a certain amount for it to read it out. No, I put no limits on there. So it doesn't matter if it's $1 or $100, it will read out your message. Alex said, glad to hear everything's going well for you again, Timmy. Alex said, no, it was working before. Maybe it went off when the sound went funny a week or so. Yes, I think so. George said, hey, Timmy. SW said, working on a sex farm, trying to raise some... Oh, this is obviously a song, is it? Trying to raise some hard love, getting out my pitchfork, poking your hay, scratching your hen house, sniffing it, leaving... Oh, wow. SW, that's a bit rude, that one. I won't read it all out, if you don't mind. Alex said, that was supposed to be love, not sticking your tongue out emojis jumped. I did that the other day. Oh, my God. Someone's mother had a stroke. And I said, I hope your mum feels better with the laughing face. And I'm like, no, wrong emoji. That was really inappropriate. Oh, my God. I hate doing things like that. And I feel really, really bad. Like even when I apologised and said, oh, I hit the wrong emoji of big fingers, I still felt really bad. I hate doing it. Especially with something so serious like that too, you know. Like I was saying, I hope your mum feels better. She didn't pass away, so, you know. SW said, yes, 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 that Spinal Tap song snuck under their radar. Alex said, is that song lyrics you have been trying to get through, SW? Alex said, awesome, Shannon. Yay, it worked. SW said, one of them, Alex. Alex said, you crack me up, Shannon. And Dealey's laughing at Shannon. George said, Shannon has the Irish humour. Yes, he does. Alex said, I remember the old AOL dial-up. Yeah, I remember that too. Horrible noise and blocking the phone lines. Yes, no one could get through on the phone. That thing was going, Alex said, at least it finally got through, SW. George said, the old dial-up used to piss me off. Yeah, you'd have to wait you'd pretty much dial up and walk away and make a cup of tea and some toast or something, 5 minutes later you come back and, you're connected. Take you hours to watch a video. Alex said, love the IT crowd. Can't get away with that sort of stuff now, Shannon. Or the IT crowd. Sherry said, not General Flynn. He said he's not going to be on the team. No, I didn't think it was. Geoloff said it's not General Flynn standing over Donald Trump's shoulder. It's the current Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Thank you, Geoloft. Thank you. I didn't think it was General Flynn because General Flynn has a thinner face and that guy has a slightly rounder face. George said, I miss Woolworths in the UK. Don't you have it there anymore? Dealey said, yes, Geoloft, that's who it is. Okay. Alex said, I'll call in. Shannon said, Alex truly is wifey material. Alex said, I love you, Shannon. Are you going to call in too? Shannon said, I'm at work. Smoke hour's over. Oh. Alex said, I used to cover mine with tape, but ended up getting these really good multi-pack slidey things for my phone and laptop. Woo. Good. I know. Tell them you have shits and go to the toilet, Shannon. Shannon said, put it in a Faraday pouch. Alex said, yeah, apparently the phone is still monitoring even when it's off, and that's why they enclosed the battery instead of being able to take the battery out like in the good old days. Alex said, twos on a cigarette is when you share it and saves was the very end. Yeah, Shannon said, rent or smokes. Hev chooses smokes every time. No, I'm going to have to give up, Shannon. I can't afford to smoke now after this. I've still got a few packets left because I did buy for the 2 weeks, you know what I mean? But after this, there's no way on earth that I'm going to be able to afford to smoke.
SW tipped $3. Working on a sex farm trying to raise some hard love, getting out my pitchfork, poking your hay, scratching in your henhouse, sniffing at your feed bag, slipping out your back door, leaving my spray. Sex farm woman, I'm gonna mow you down. Sex farm.
Wow, woman. Okay, I didn't read it, so you sent it through to text-to-speech. That's one way to get around it. If I won't read it, you can always send a donation and get text-to-speech. Sound good? Yeah, Geoloff said, before it's all over, we will be living in a van down by the river. The river is not so bad as long as you have good friends in low places. Deb said, thank you, Hev. Her father is German. It's Karen. Oh, Karen. Okay. Pray for Karen, not Corinne. Okay, God love her. I hope she's all right. I really do. I hope she comes through well and heals well and comes out the other end very, very well. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. Shannon said, lol. George said, Timmy, with a thumbs up. Flyby said, how can I donate? Do you have? It brings back memories of crap that nobody wants.
Timar28 tipped $10. I have a couple homes I lease out. The real estate company that manages them keeps telling me to raise the rents to market rate. I don't. My point being, market rate is way higher than payment and upkeep.
I'd rather retain a good tenant. Well, that's what they told me. They told me for the first time, oh, you're a good tenant, so they might do it to get you to stay. And I'm like, I just got a compliment. I'm a good tenant. That makes me feel so good. I work so hard to make sure that I'm a good tenant. Thank you so much, Timmy. I really appreciate it. Flyby said, how can I donate? Do you have? It brings back memories of crap that nobody wants. I got funds here you can have. Love you. You can do it through the Streamlabs if you can, Flyby Stu. It comes up on the... It goes straight to me that way. Streamlabs, if you go through Streamlabs to donate, it gets to me immediately. if you do it through Stripe, it takes 3 or 4 days, or maybe next week. But if you do it through the Streamlabs link, which is at the top, Alex's pinned comment, and the first link I think is the Streamlabs one, that is the quickest way to get it through to me. God love you. Thank you, Flyby Stew. That is the quickest way to get it to me. Alex said, that is creepy, Timmy. I got my brother got me an iPhone, and after I read it was small print, I only use it as a camera and not save to the cloud, just the device. Yeah, that's another thing you've got to do is make sure even if you do save things to the cloud, make sure you've got backup on your device like a memory card, because if anything does black out, you've still got your memory card. So if all that rest of it disappears, you've still got your memory card. I don't trust the cloud at all, ever. Never. Deb said, back in a minute. Alex said, if you click the link at the top, it should take you through Flyby Stew. Shannon said, Debs. Alex said, I know, Hev, I've done that too. Bloody emojis. I know, I felt so bad. Because it was someone's injured mother, you know, and I put the laughing emoji in when I said I hope she feels better soon. I hit this. I always do the thumbs up, the heart, and the prayers hand. And instead I did the thumbs up, the heart, and the laughing emoji. And I'm like, oh, my God, no. No. And then even after I apologized, I felt so bad. Like, that is a stupid mistake I made, you know. Oh, my goodness. Alex said, see you soon, Deb. Shannon said, the emoji was wrong, but it feels so right. Alex said, Woolworths has been gone years in the UK. I remember the Pissy Fingers pick and mix sweet section. Wow. Yeah, we still got Woolworths here in Australia. George said a lot of Woolworths turned into Iceland. Dealey's laughing at SW because of that last TTS. Shannon says she is taking a drag, lol. Yeah, I know, but that's because I've got a carton of them, Alex. That'll be the last carton I ever buy, I'm telling you. I won't be able to afford to. Alex said they used to be able to get loads of stuff in Woolworths. I didn't know they turned into Iceland. That's like Wilco now being taken over Home Bargains, George. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. Deb said, thank you so much, Hev. Alex said, prayers for Karen, Deb. Yep, definitely. George said, all the Woolworths where I live turned into Iceland, Alex. Flyby said, just been into Streamlabs. Hopefully you get the $50 I donated to you, Hev. Streamlabs. Okay, so I'll wait it takes a couple of minutes, so just bear with us. It should come through. If it went through Streamlabs, it should pop up on the screen. And I'll also check Stripe in case you did it there. Nope, so it should come up on Streamlabs. Shannon said, conveniently, I live in a land of rivers, so we will all be neighbours. SW said, babysitting fees, you keep me out of trouble, Hev, well, mostly. Oh, God, love you. Give me more comments, guys. I'm running out of comments to read until Flyby Stew's one comes up. Alex said, I've not been to Iceland in years. Apparently they've had some good food in there. I need to de-ice my freezer. I need to do that too to my freezer. Alex said, I didn't say that about your cigarettes. I don't mind that you smoke. No, sorry, that was Shannon said that. Alex said, although I've given up for now. Tim S. said, are we going to straight to call-in or a bit of news first? We can do call-in straight away if you like, and I'll read one post on Rumble, and that'll be it. So I might do the post first, then ring in. How does that sound? It'll be like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe at the most. George said, my freezer needs de-icing as well. Tim said, let's take a survey, lol. Yeah, do a survey. How do we do that? I don't even know how to do it. What's the survey? News first or... Hang on, start a poll. News first. Is that what we're doing? One for news. Okay, news first. Hang on. I'm doing actual polls, so we'll get... Hang on. Now I've got to change the yes to news first or call in first. Okay. Start poll. Oh, what's happening? Oh, it popped up. Vote, guys, vote. Timo said, let's take a survey. 1 for news first, 2 call in. Well, there is an actual poll up there. Get to the poll. News first, 100% so far. D. Lee said, my freezer needs de-ice too. Alex said, I had to as I couldn't afford it. Prices are getting ridiculous. Well, that's pretty much here in Australia as well. So is that covering the whole bottom of the, is it the top? Oh, 67 call in first. It's going back and forward. 60% of news first now. It'll only be a very short news section, believe me. I'll have to upload this one onto Rumble so they get all the news because I'm not going to read it all again. Alex said, I don't mind. I just need to get the mic all sorted before I join. Tim said, how fun, lol. It is, eh? I didn't even realise you could do that, and I saw a plus thing at the bottom of my chat, and I thought, I wonder if that's it, and it brought up the poll straight away. Alex said, I said news first just to give me time to sort StreamYard out. Lol. Okay, well, flyby Stu, it hasn't come through. Well, I hope if it's gone out of your bank that it does go through. Otherwise, I hope it's still in your bank. Yeah, I don't know what's happened there. Flyby Stu. God love you. Okay, Tim said, laugh my ass off, Alex, because she has to get a StreamYard sorted out. Tim said, one should always be prepared, Alex. Oh, God love you. Well, thank you in advance, Flyby Stu. I'm going to wrap it up because we're going to go over to Rumble. So if you want to join us over there, this hasn't come through yet, so I don't know exactly what's happening. Hang on a sec. Let me see if it comes up in the tip history. It hasn't come up at all. There is one other way I can do it. Alex said, I've been putting off de-icing my freezer for ages, such a laborious task. Alex said, I'll post the link in Rumble too. Tim S. said, grab a snack, everyone, especially Hev. Yes, I need to go and grab a snack before I start. Alex said, yes, indeed, Tim. Out to lunch said, always expect the unexpected just to be safe. Yes, definitely. Okay, guys, with that, I'm going to go. Hopefully we'll see you all over on Rumble, and hopefully you can join us over there. Alex said it's the turning off the Rumble so it doesn't echo. Okay, guys, hope you have a good one. I'll see you in about 5 or 10 minutes over on Rumble.